Welcome to Megapath Presents. I'm Ronnie Hayes, and today let's talk about The Walking Dead Season 7, Episode 8, the mid-season finale for Season 7, predictions. Now, I don't want to sound like I have a big ego, but when it comes to predictions, I'm pretty damn good. And I predict Negan, wait for it, he's going to shave in the next episode. No. He's going to do it. All jokes aside, they show him shaved in the trailer. Yes, it's finally happening. We are finally getting comic Negan 100% accurate on the screen. I know some fans are probably going to hate me for this. You're probably going to be like, I can't believe you wanted... It'll grow back. I'm sure he'll grow some type of stubble back, you know. I'm sure in a season or two, he might grow a lot of beard for you, alright? How's that for a prediction? Right on the money with that one. Anyway, let's back it up some. Let's go over to the Kingdom. We see Richard talking to Morgan about how they can't trust the Saviors. I kind of feel like that's similar to a comic book scene where Rick was saying the same thing to Ezekiel the first time he met him, and I think they're doing some kind of neat little remix there. Now, it might not be fully that scene because they could actually be meeting up with a Savior. We do know somebody slipped Daryl a key, so somebody made up their minds, definitely at that point, to do something. Now, if we think about it, if we look back to the last episode, Dwight finally got the last punch in the gut that he's going to take, at least I feel at this moment, because not only did Negan say he's going to bang Sherry, Dwight's wife, but then afterwards there's the whole kissing scene, and then Dwight has to sit there and watch somebody else get burned in the face, and then when he goes to talk to his girl is like, yeah, you're right, we're doing nothing. Get it? They're doing nothing, and now they're doing something by one of them giving him a key. It's either Sherry or Dwight. Maybe Dwight does set a meeting with the people at Kingdom. Could Dwight be going to meet Richard and the people at the Kingdom? Is that what Morgan's for? I mean, I think they already have it set up in a way to have Daryl be that go-to guy. So Daryl should get some type of information to take back to Rick. But maybe, yeah, what's Dwight's play here? You guys leave that down in the comment box below. If Dwight wants to make a move, if Dwight is starting to build up, what does he gain from letting Daryl out? What does he gain from letting Daryl out? Is Dwight's idea, okay, I'm going to let Daryl out, but I'm going to do it in secret, so that way when he gets caught, Negan's not going to know it's me. But if I break him out, and we get caught, I'm a dead man too. So think about it. That might be a clever way for Dwight to let Daryl out and then later catch up with him and be like, because why do you have a match? Did I miss something? What's a match gonna do? So then later, oh, maybe Daryl can blow something up on the way out. Maybe at the bikes, maybe you can put gas and then light a match and boom. Maybe Dwight can say, I gave you the key. There was also a match there, yada, 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 Rick, go. I don't know. I'm just thinking, you give me your thoughts and opinions down in that comment box. Let's back it up to Rick and Aaron. They are on this dummy mission to get these guns from this look like a dam area with walkers in the water. I guess the guy living there would have a little boat to go back and forth, and it's kind of like a moat. It's a really cool idea. I love it, and I'm hoping this isn't just some bullshit side story, but they got weapons there, and I feel like Rick and Aaron are going to get some weapons. Rick is going to be hesitant whether or not he should hand them over to Negan, and he's going to decide not to. And then when he goes to Alexandria, because we see Rick there while they're loading up the trucks, and then his face is full of tears, and we know that Negan kills somebody again from the comic. So Rick is going to have this altercation with Negan, something along the lines of that. So maybe Rick knows at that point in time that no, he's not going to tell Negan about the guns. So they're going to keep those guns, but they still need more. They need more fighters. They need more ammunition. So they're still going to need to unite the communities. Now, Michonne, that's a funny one. I do feel like Michonne is on a dummy mission. I just can't put my finger on what they're doing with her. Let me clarify that. It's not that I can't put my finger on it. I feel like it's not going to go anywhere. I feel like as she's going to get to the point where she gets to the sanctuary, it's going to be a mission she can't win. And I feel like she's going to run into Jesus, and Jesus is going to take her back to Alexandria. Jesus is going to be the one to talk sense into her and say, I got some information. Don't make your move now. You want to fight him back? Let's do it the smart way. Let's not get in over our heads, yada, yada, yada. So Jesus and Michonne, which that would be kind of cool. I just thought of that now. So that would be definitely cool if they went back and then had a discussion with with Rick. I mean, hell, Tara can overhear, and she could say if they need shells, Eugene can speak up the shells. Tara can be like, I know there were shells by this bridge. I mean, there's a lot going on. There's a lot at play right now, but let's get into something that is just like the comics and definitely is coming to the screen, and this is a death. So if you don't want this spoiler, definitely back out now and leave your thoughts and opinions down below. But what we are getting is the guts scene. Now, we're definitely getting this because they're building it up, and it would be nonsensical to just use that as a complete misdirect for the fans. It doesn't make any sense whatsoever. Now, when it comes to the gut scene, this is a scene that even when I read it in the comic, I knew it was already built perfectly for TV. This could be something that was in a screenplay that would be perfect on TV. So Spencer's going to come up to Negan and say, you know what, screw this shit, I can lead better. Rick isn't going to do shit. And then Negan's going to do his whole spiel. If you want to read it in the comic before next week, I think it's around issue 111 and in 112. It might actually be in 111. I think that's the cover where he's holding a bloody knife. But this is where Negan's like, you don't have any guts. Rick has guts. And then he cuts Spencer and guts spill out onto the floor. And he's like, oh, I've never been this wrong in my life. This is a scene where a villain does us a favor. A villain rewards us as the fans. A villain that we're growing to hate and despise. He rewards us as fans by killing somebody who is just going against somebody we love as a main character, and that's Rick. He's a thorn in Rick's side, so he's going to take him out. Now, here's where it gets really interesting, and I want your thoughts and opinions, and we will come back with a follow-up video, because this is going to be very important for episode 9, not just episode 8, episode 9 and 10 and 11. Now, here's the thing. In the comic book, that one death, that moment is what kicked off All Out War. Not directly, but indirectly. It's at that time, I think it was like issue 114, where Rick came back and was like, oh, Negan, what the hell, yada, yada, yada. And Negan's like, I helped you out. Keep your food, or whatever the hell he says to him at that time. And then it was that moment where Rick is like, you know what, they're leaving, they're unarmed, yada, 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 we're going to go after them. They're not in the position to do that right now, not at all. Rick hasn't even met the people at the Kingdom. He doesn't even know they're there. He hasn't reunited with Carol and Morgan. And again, this is stuff that I can't wait for. I want to see Rick reunite with Carol. This is stuff that I just want to see on a screen, and I think it will be fucking epic, because right now, what does he think? They're dead? Does he even know anything about where they are? So we need to build this story with the other communities before we go into All Out War. So it does look like in writing this out, they said, okay, we can play this out. We're going to leave the big death happening for the mid-season finale, and then we're going to leave that cliffhanger on Rick turning this around and going to war. I think that is right now, as far as the setup, unless it's something different, I think they have it set up to be that way, or that kind of vibe, where we get the death and then we get Rick who says, you know what, I'm no longer laying down, and then the fans get that reward. So we got a death, we got some intensity, and we get the reward where Rick is saying, you know what, Negan's going down, he's fucked. So with that said, I'll end it here. Leave your thoughts and opinions down in the comment box. Smash that like button on your way out. I'm done talking. It's your turn.
Subscribe now.